This is the Exiting the Matrix Empowered Living Mastery Course reading and commentary. This is week 6, and so far we have covered a lot of information. So the first 5 weeks were really laying a foundation for what it means to exit the matrix and getting into socialization, how we're influenced, our personality, how it was formed, and then getting into the spiritual aspects of life, and then the mental core dimension, which talks about how to take care of your brain and mindfulness and meditation, things like that, neuroplasticity. I'm just gonna connect my other browser so I can see who's in here. If you're commenting, anyone's commenting. Okay. And then the emotional core dimension, that was last week. So that was talking about emotional quotient, emotional balance, validation. So it really all comes down to, with your mind and your emotions and even your spirituality, nervous system regulation, being coherent. And so there was a lot of information that can help to center yourself, find your balance outside of anyone else's dictations of who you should be, how you should live, what you should, anything. Everything is individual. We can still care about the collective, but you have to be able to overflow internally to be able to give. So that is the foundation. Hello. Welcome. We're on week 6, and this is talking about the physical core dimension. So I'm going to get into oxygen, nutrition, and supplements. And just want to send everybody a big hug, because there's so much going on in the world, and we just need to find love in our hearts and share it with the people we know and meet across in the day, all day, as much as you can. So this course I wrote in 2019. I revised it in 2025. I even created it into a rehabilitation program for inmates, and it has extensive information that can really help anyone to find themselves, heal their traumas, break free from anything that's not serving their higher purpose, including fear. And so this information is like a whole person education, because our educational system has failed. So I'm a mother of 5, and I'm 54 years old, and I have 3 grandchildren, and so it took me a long time to get all the pieces. And I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and a Bible trained conscience, and yet all of that knowledge did not even help me heal from my own traumas, which are pretty intense and sad. So I put all my love, after I healed myself, I put all my love into this to help others. And that is why I'm sharing it on YouTube, so that it can reach more people than what I can all by myself. So I'm just really passionate about education, because I believe that education is the factor that keeps people down here, just like lower level vibration. And education is what is going to help you release a lot of things, especially when you know how to heal traumas and control your mind, your thoughts, to be in charge of your own, future projection. And so I'm going to start reading. This is chapter 6, physical core dimension. As I'm reading, I do give commentary, and I do try to pay attention to comments in the chat. So, but if it's too deep or there's too many people, I usually will come back to that when I'm done reading. So, the physical core dimension involves the health of the human body, including nutrition and weight, sleep, exercise, skincare, hygiene, stress management, and mindset, and disease prevention. This chapter provides a basic overview of physical health choices that can help you improve your life experience. Having clear goals can help you prevent, manage, and reduce inflammation, disease, and obesity. Who you are today has been shaped by your biology, which is inherited. Choices, societal norms, desires, addictions, etc., beliefs, mental health, culture, peer pressure and influence, financial and education level, etc. Financial, one problem with self-care is that a lot of people do not have time to take optimal care of their bodies. Most of us are overworked, burdened, overstressed, and tired. We may gain weight or become sick, and it gets more challenging as we age. Take note of your physical health issues. Are you under a doctor's care? Are you managing diagnoses and prescriptions? What are your main concerns? You must take responsibility for your health and recognize that doctors are practicing medicine. You need to be your biggest advocate for your health. If you are on medications, have you researched the side effects of taking them? Have you researched whether there are contraindications, like how the medications interact? Of the medications you are taking, have you gotten second or third opinions? To be honest with you, I took care of my mother when she was on hospice, and they had her on, if I'm correct, the number was somewhere around 17 medications. And I did there's a website, I don't think it's in here, but there's a website where you can enter all of your prescriptions, and it will tell you if there's contraindications. How are these medications affecting each other? I wanted to call the police and charge them with murder, attempted murder. It's ridiculous. In fact, I don't even think they even check. It's ridiculous. So, hello, welcome. And I'm going to remove a stupid comment. So, disclaimer. The following information provided is for informational purposes. Ayla Studio, that's my business, Ayla Love, is not a certified nutrition expert or doctor. I am not. Check with your medical professionals before participating in or changing any activities, diet, supplements, or medications, especially if you are under the care of a doctor. If you choose to make changes to your activities, diet, supplements, or medications based on the information presented to you in this publication, you do so of your own free will and accordingly, knowingly, and voluntarily assume all risks associated with such activities. Welcome! So the first section is going to be talking about oxygen, nutrition, and supplements. So if you want to share any knowledge in the chats, of what you know, these are the topics. So, your mental and emotional well-being are directly impacted by your physical health. So, it is vital to take care of your body every day to the best of your ability. There are many different things that you can do to optimize your body's health. This section focuses on oxygen levels in your body. Oxygen, nutrition, and supplements. Oxygen in your body. In her article entitled 13 Best Food to Improve Oxygen Levels, and I'm going to tell you why this is important. First of all, think of your body as a machine, and whatever you're putting in, you want the fuel, which the blood is a system that should be not coagulant, like not thick blood. You want the right type of blood. Like I don't know the perfect words, whatever. But you want to have blood that's flowing so that nutrients can get to every part of your body. So oxygen is one way to determine that, how good your blood is. Okay. So this person, her name is Alpa Mamaya, a registered nutritional practitioner and dietetics postgraduate, explains, like food and water, our bodies depend on oxygen for survival. Without oxygen, we would die within a few minutes. Oxygen concentration within the body gives our cells the ability to break down foods, so the nutrients we eat are absorbed. When oxygen concentration levels are too low in the body, your cells cannot absorb nutrients adequately. So, oxygen is required to maintain the body's metabolism, is used by cells to produce energy from food, is the fuel needed for the proper function of all body systems, enhances brain power, improves the body's absorption of nutrients, manages the heart rate, maintains energy in the body. So here are some foods that improve oxygen level. Fruit: lemons, lime, grapes, avocados, pomegranate, kiwi, berries. Vegetables: spinach, beetroot, carrots, garlic, beans, and spices: turmeric, and I'm sure probably some kind of chili pepper. Animal-derived food: organ meat. Other ways to improve oxygen levels: quit smoking. Hello, welcome. Breathing exercises: go outside and breathe fresh air. Yoga. You can test your resting oxygen saturation level in your blood with a pulse oximeter. It is a non-invasive procedure where you put your pointer finger in the device and wait a few minutes to see the estimated amount of oxygen in your blood. The ideal reading is between 95% and 100%. If it reads 92 or below, you should contact your healthcare provider. It may be a sign of hypoxia, a condition in which not enough oxygen reaches the body's tissues. If it is under 88%, you must seek immediate medical attention. And sunlight? Nice. So, I have one of those. I should just go grab it. I'm gonna do mine. We'll see where I'm at. Well, I couldn't find it. All right, I'll find it later, maybe next week or tomorrow. So, you are what you eat. Yes. Okay. Simply put, foods are composed of nutrients that feed your cells. Without proper nutrition and oxidation, your body will not function at an optimum level. There are many different fad diets that you could follow. Just know that whatever you eat is your diet. You change your diet by changing which foods you eat. The key to optimizing your health is knowing how foods impact your body at a cellular level. Listen to people who encourage you to eat healthy because you really become what you eat. Healthy food, healthy mind and body. Unhealthy food, unhealthy body and mind. Over time, your body will result in the foods you eat. When you are young, you believe that junk food won't hurt you. However, the truth is that eating junk food over time can take a toll on your body's health. So it is wise to practice eating healthy by eliminating highly processed, sugary, and hazardous foods to prevent inflammation and disease. Because when your body becomes inflamed, that is how disease begins. If your body's not inflamed, you cannot get disease. So, we all know about the food pyramid. Ideal nutrition recommendations. It is challenging to determine exactly what and how much you should eat to get the right nutrients that your body needs, because everybody's nutritional needs are different. There are also many factors to consider when choosing your ideal nutrition needs. Age, sex, weight, activity level, current health issues, mindset, sleep type, rest and recovery times, and goals should all be taken into consideration. Since nutritional guidelines vary from country to country, did you know that? How does one determine who to listen to when it comes to optimizing one's health? You could implement Spain's nutritional guidelines, since it is the healthiest country in the world. You could get professional you could get professional advice from a nutritionist or a dietitian, or you could do the research yourself. Now that we have AI, I will tell you it actually does do a really good job. From my research, the Mediterranean diet is the healthiest diet in the world. And just along the same lines, Japan is up there too, because of their lifestyle as well. So, this is an example, nutrition and diet research example. So, the following example includes nutrient recommendations for a 54-year-old, 128-pound female with moderate activity based on myplate.com. Another website you could use is, what is it? Hold on, I can't think of this. Chronometer. CRON. I'm going to put it in the chat. Yeah, I think that's correct. Chronometer. You can put in your food that you ate that day. It will tell you where you're at. Like, did you reach your basic needs? Or did you go too far? And it will show you, like, I mean, if you just ate donuts all day, it will tell you how much fat you ate. And there's different fats. You need fat in your body because fat actually helps the nutrients travel in your cells. But not, you want the good fat, which is coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil. That's all I will eat. No canola, seed, none of that. Garbage. It's actually, oh, I forgot the word. Can't think of the word. It's really warm in here, so I'm like, toaster strudel. Maybe I could cut back on one or two of them. Maybe. And I'm going to tell you guys about the Yuka app tomorrow, but I'm just going to tell you about it now. YUKA. It's an app. And it's not perfect. And I explain more about that tomorrow. But you can scan your food. It will tell you if there's anything hazardous in it and what it's doing to your body and give you a positive recommendation for something better. So, based on myplate.com, the U.S. dietary recommendations are 2,000 calories to maintain my current weight by eating the following food types every day. Oh, I already said that. No, I didn't. Okay, 2 cups of fruit, 2.5 cups of vegetables, 6 ounces of grain, 5.5 ounces of protein, 3 cups of dairy. Okay, well, I don't have a gallbladder, so guess what? I eat dairy. And there's a lot of people that don't eat dairy. But, because, whatever, that's what I'm saying, is you have to decide for yourself. I don't have a gallbladder. Therefore, my fat, when I eat fat, it doesn't do the same thing. Bile actually helps you digest fat. And that's why I learned about nutrition, is because I was trying to, like, manage my flatulence. Oh my God. So I have, and it's like under control. But there were mental and emotional things that actually can exacerbate physical symptoms as well. So if you're in a high stress environment and you're eating like crap, you're gonna feel like crap. Okay? That's it. You have to exit the matrix of the bullshit food. Because look at, if you are aware of this fact, the person, I'm not sure if it was the person that did Yuka. No, it was another woman. I can't think of her name. I'm not perfect. I do know things. Just sharing what I know. Anyway, it's all over it was on the news, or basically they're finally recognizing that, yeah, there's 10 companies that are literally putting hazardous additives in our food purposely. So, I will tell you this. Anything that has dyes in it, pretty much not good. Caramel color. I've learned so much just from using the Yuka or Yuka app, YUKA. It's a little carrot. I scanned all my food in my house and I threw out everything that was hazardous. Because I'm like, I am not giving this to someone else. Like, I want to hurt them now? It's crazy. So, where's the best place to shop for food? I mean, Aldi's where I go, but I still use the app. I scan everything, like even this. So, literally, most of these rapid rehydration drinks are not good. Gatorade, not good because of the dyes and whatever else they're putting in there. But you can scan. Alright, I'm going to scan this right now so you can get an example. I love the UK app. I use it all the time. You can actually use it for beauty products too. Okay, it says 37 out of 100. But the point is, there's no hazardous additives. There's one limited risk. And then for a recommendation, it says the buy cocoa, the Wonder Water coconut with pineapple. So I don't know if you can even see this, but so it has this whole list. I don't know if you can read that, but there's like a whole list of like what's in it. Tells you what it does to the body. And for example, I went to the store the other day to look for ice cream. I didn't buy any ice cream First of all, they want $6 for a little tiny thing like that. I was like, you guys are crazy. But, like, let's see. Ben and Jerry's. Oh, they don't have any hazardous additives. Wow, crazy. I misread that one. Okay, here's this one. Chocolate chip cookie dough. Just the great Walmart brand. It has carrageenan, cellulose gum, monodiglycerides, blah blah blah. Okay. This additive could increase the risk of developing cancer and cardiovascular diseases. It's also suspected of disrupting gut flora. So, your gut, so important. If your gut is out of order, oh man, if your gut's out of order, you're out of order. You're just off balance. So you don't want to eat foods that are disrupting your gut flora. Good thing is that your gut renews itself. So once you stop eating garbage, you can fix it. So that's just an example of how I use the Yucca app. Much love to you. So here I have a list of my daily recommendations. I'm not gonna read how much I'm supposed to have, but I'm just gonna go through the list, and like if I know something about it, I'll tell you. Obviously, calcium. I love you most days. You guys are funny. Oh, you guys are cute. So, calcium, chromium, copper, fluoride. You actually need fluoride. 3 milligrams. Iodine, iron, magnesium, manganese. So I actually just started taking magnesium glycinate because that helps. One of the reasons I know a little bit about nutrition is because I wanted to help myself with my own lack of having a gallbladder. Then I took care of my mother on bed rest. She had pancreatic cancer, and I was caring for her on her deathbed. Okay. But I was trying to help her because she like lost a ton of weight. And when we were at the hospital, I asked the dietitian, who looked like she was maybe 19 years old, and I was like, can you just help me understand like how much of different nutrients does she need? That girl looked at me and she said, we don't do that. What's your job? What does a dietitian do? You can't tell me how much of different nutrients my mother needs to help her so that she can like feel better? What? It was despicable. And so I actually created a whole meal plan for her based on dissolving all the nutrients from like pill form into like a drink. And like there were like 3 different drinks and then eat an apple. So I learned that. Okay, so magnesium, actually this is potassium when you go like this, I think, and then when you release, it's magnesium. It's like you wanna make a muscle, you need, when you want to make a muscle, you need potassium. When you want to release it, it's the magnesium. That's what's happening. Manganese, I don't know what that is. Phosphorus is really important to understand this one because they're putting it in everything. So your body needs phosphorus. However, you can get it naturally from meat, from different foods. I'm not sure exactly what foods. But because it's so it's like just added to foods, people are getting too much phosphorus. And it's not good. And I can't even tell you exactly why. Yeah, doctors and nurses do not know nutrition. They want to give you a pill. And I'm not about that. So, sodium. So, sodium is really important. But what kind of sodium? So there's different kinds of sodium you want, but okay, this gets into water. Water is so important. So because they don't use plastic bottles, it's like they're not bad bottles supposedly. But the water itself, how they like manufacture the water. Okay, that's from all of my research because I'm a water nut. Okay, or if you get one of those Berkeys where you can put the water in and it goes through the thing, good. Water at any water that has reverse osmosis, it's taking all of the nutrients out of your water. And yeah, it's cleaning out any bacteria or anything else bad, but you're literally getting dead water. Okay? The water has no nutrient, no nutritional value. So I've heard that they do reverse osmosis to spring water too, like in the plastic jugs. And if you don't know, all those plastic bottles, you don't want them. So my ex and we actually found a local spring, and actually findaspring.com or findaspring.org, I'm not sure, but they have a list of all of the springs all over the world where you can literally go. I mean, like the one that we went to, we drove 3 hours to fill up our jugs. Now, when it's coming straight out of a spigot out of the ground, you should still have it tested. We didn't, but I just looked at pictures of the community to see. I'm just kidding. I mean, we did that a few times, but then we would have liked to have the water tested, which we never did. But water is so important because the what is it called? This stuff. God, what is going on? Let's see. The word I'm thinking of is. Oh no, I'm thinking of whatever, magnesium, potassium, electrolytes. Okay, electrolytes, sodium. So I have done research on salt too, because even in Bible times, they use salt to as barter. Okay, it had that much value that it was used to pay for things. And then I was like, oh wow, yeah, think about it. Lot's wife, she turned back and looked, and she turned into a pillar of salt. We're literally salt, water. We need salt, but the right kind of salt. So what kind of salt? First I thought it was Himalayan salt, but then I found out that too much of Himalayan salt isn't good. You got to do your own research, but these things are important to learn. So now I'm at Celtic sea salt, and I'll have a glass of water, and I'll just take a little pinch, because I get my water from Primo. I get the refills. It's dead water. In order to give it electrolytes, I put a little pinch of sea salt in it. Stir it. And you don't want too much, and sometimes you don't want any. But, a lot of people are eating way too much salt anyway with all the processed foods. So, you have to figure out what your balance is, but you want to eat the right kind of salt, because iodized salt, no. This is just, I'm not even telling you like the whys. I'm just ranting about what I know for me. Okay, I'm 54. I am not on any prescriptions. I have no health issues, and I weigh 125 pounds. So, I mean, I figured something out. But, yes, and that's the, so, yeah, I bought this book. It's called, but it was about water. and salt, and it like broke everything down. But Himalayan salt has like 90 trace minerals in it, selenium, all kinds of stuff that your body needs that we're not getting in American diet for sure. We can even trust the food to know, did they treat the animal right? You know, is there anything hazardous in this? Is this really healthy for me? How much should I eat? Blah, blah, blah. The list goes on and on. We're not really educated. And now they just flipped the whole pyramid thing upside down. I've heard, oh, you should be on an all protein diet. Oh, you should be on an all fruit diet. Like, you have to figure it out for you, because your body has its own needs. Okay. Vitamins, vitamin A, C, D, E, K. And there's actually K12. Really needed. Thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, folate, vitamin B12, pantothenic acid, biotin, choline. Yeah, what do you know about all those? I don't know enough to say anything except folates for women who are going to have a baby, who want to prepare their womb for having a baby. So water and macronutrients. So water, 2.7 liters. Carbohydrate, fiber, fat, linoleic acid, and protein. Okay. As you can see, the body needs many kinds of nutrients every day. This is only an example, okay? You will need to research what your specific nutritional needs are. And in fact, you can tell ChatGPT or whatever you're using, act like a professional dietitian and nutritionist, and tell them about you, your body, you know, and ask it questions. It will tell you. It will. And from all of my, like, I will tell you, this book was not written with AI, okay? But I have done a lot of research since 2023 on nutrition from AI. And not just that, all kinds of stuff. And it's very, for me, it works. It's like, I like, can you double check? Can you triple check? And it's always, it's never failed me. It did it at first. But, so, okay, you will need to research. The only way you can get all these vital nutrients into your body is through whole foods and supplementation. You don't want synthetic stuff. I wish this Yucca app would rate supplements. And I think there's maybe one out there, but I haven't found it. Again, this is just one source's recommendation. How important is your health to you? And I use Chronometer, like overall, like I put in what I'm eating, and it tells me, oh, you still need to eat something with more this or that. So it helps you understand, because I'm a really simple eater. I'm like, I'm not a big cook. I can cook. I don't want to. I like seeing food and eating it. I'm not talking about recipes, okay. But I can cook, but I'm very simple. I'm like, so today I had celery with peanut butter, and my peanut butter doesn't have canola oil in it. It has sea salt and nothing else. And that was a snack. And I got some pistachios, and I got some, I'm gonna have like a breakfast burrito. A couple of them, oh, I had a salad. So, I could put all of that into the yucca and say, hey, what am I missing? Oh, you still need 30. Oh, I need a protein drink. You still need 20 grams of fat, not fat, of protein. So then I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll eat this packet of tuna, which has like 9 grams of protein. Something like that. So, in the USA, especially, in the USA, especially, people have some obstacles to overcome if they want to get optimal nutrition from what they eat. First, we are bombarded with processed foods every day that do not provide adequate nutrition and are even hazardous to your health. School lunches, vending machines, gas stations, and a lot of items at the grocery store. Second, most farms do not allow adequate time. Here's another one. Most farms do not allow adequate time for the soil to replenish before they replant. So their product, both vegetation and animals, do not have adequate nutrition, if any. So, research regenerative agriculture. You're supposed to allow the soil to replenish its nutrient foundation so that the grass is full of nutrition, whatever, and food that's coming out of that dirt needs to be healthy, right? Third, lower educational levels, low economic thresholds, and cultural values, or lack of them, impact one's ability to maintain a healthy diet. So, nutritional supplements. As you've seen so far, your body requires vitamin and mineral intake, which you can get in your diet if it is a healthy, balanced diet with nutrient-rich foods. However, there are some supplements that you can't get from food. There are debates on which supplements you should take based on your sex, age, weight, etc. Getting the nutrients that you need from your diet can be difficult, especially if you do not eat healthy foods. Even if you are eating a whole food diet, cutting out sugar, processed foods, etc., it is beneficial to take at least some supplements. It takes time to research exactly which supplements you should take, and again, it depends on your physical health, intended results, and who you ask. Supplements ensure that you are getting appropriate amounts of certain nutrients that you can't fully get from your diet. It is possible to over-supplement as well, so you have to be careful when taking supplements. I have an ongoing conversation where I'm like, okay, which of these supplements, if taken, I can't think offhand which ones he was saying were like, oh, you don't want to do that one too much, blah, blah, blah. But that's how you learn about what your body needs. And so, do your own research and ask your doctor or dietitian or nutritionist for help. So Florida Blue, actually, if you have that, they do have, I never went, I was going to, but they have, there was a place, it was like the clinic for Florida Blue, where they have they had yoga classes and different group classes, but they also had the ability to talk to a nutritionist. I really wanted to do that, but I did not when I had that insurance. Okay, when deciding which supplements to take, consider the absorption rate, which is how pills dissolve in the stomach to get into your bloodstream. It varies by pill, water or fat soluble. So some pills you want them to work right away before they get to your stomach, because it can absorb into your, it can absorb before it goes to the stomach. And then if it gets to the stomach, you want it to make sure that it gets through the stomach so that it gets into your intestine and is dissolved so that it can be absorbed. So there's different aspects, like what kind of pill it is. And I used to work for Melaleuca, which is kind of like Amway, but they have all kinds of nutritional supplements and cleaning products and stuff. But they had a patent on their vitamins because it went all the way through without getting dissolved before it reaches the intestine, because then the intestine is where a lot of that work is happening to like get it out, get it throughout your body, right? So, there's just a lot of different there's just a lot. I actually want to go, I would actually like to learn more about nutrition for my own health. I'm just sharing basics, what I've learned. And so here's a list of potential supplements that you may want to start taking after you do your research and or get advice from a professional. Or you can think for yourself and you can make your own damn decisions. Okay, turmeric. It may have anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antioxidant, and other benefits for your body and brain. When taken with black pepper, it enhances the absorption of curcumin, whatever, by 2,000%. And I actually learned about pepper. You need pepper to digest food, to like thank you. So ashwagandha is the next one. Ashwagandha is good for your brain. Adaptogen that modulates stress and anxiety, lowers blood sugar and fat, increases muscle and strength, improves sexual function in women, boosts fertility and testosterone in men, sharpens focus and memory, and supports heart health. Omega-3 fatty acids. So basically there's omega-3 and omega-6. So like if you eat nuts, right, you're going to get both. But you want to have a healthy balance. There needs to be a healthy balance between the omega-3 and the omega-6. So this fish oil, which it is, may improve depression and anxiety, eye health, promote brain health during pregnancy and early life, improve risk factors for health disease, reduce symptoms of ADHD in children, and reduce symptoms of metabolic syndrome. Vitamin B complex, B12. Water-soluble vitamin that benefits healthy brain function and cancer prevention, and combat stress and chronic fatigue. There are some health risks with high dosages. Vitamin E, nutrient that is important to vision, reproduction, and the health of your blood, brain, and skin. Apple cider vinegar. That's not even pertinent to what we're talking about. Natural probiotic and antioxidant that lowers, did I say apple cider vinegar? Yeah. A natural probiotic and antioxidant that lowers blood sugar, calms acid reflux, and is used for weight loss. So, something else. I use a what's that called? It's a scale. A body composition scale. So the body composition scale actually allows you to see, and it's not 100%, but it allows you to see, one moment, oops, your weight, obviously, and then your metabolic age, your body water content, your visceral fat. And that's where I was going to get to with this. So, your visceral fat is actually, so you have subcutaneous fat. Subcutaneous fat is anything you can squish. Visceral fat is the internal fat around your intestines. So, if you've heard of the term leaky gut, if you have a lot of visceral fat, that can lead to leaky gut. So, apple cider vinegar can help with visceral fat. And what you do is every morning you put a tablespoon, and you want the apple cider vinegar with the mother. And you put 1 tablespoon in a glass, and then you add water, 8 ounces of water. Drink that. You don't want to drink it by itself because it's really not good for your teeth or your throat. But when it's diluted, it goes down easier. Just plug your nose. And and then you want to brush your teeth after, because it can erode your enamel. But it's good for weight loss, and it does target the visceral fat. Okay, next, reishi, lion's mane, maitake, shiitake, chaga, and turkey tail mushrooms. These offer health benefits such as anti-inflammatory properties, support the immune system, brain health, nervous system health, healthy blood sugar levels, and increasing energy. And I really like the coffee. It's like mushroom coffee. It's pretty good. Prebiotics helps improve digestion, ease constipation, increase mineral absorption, regulate cholesterol, and strengthen the immune system. Probiotics improve oral health, organ function, immune, and autoimmune illness, chronic diseases and conditions, digestive comfort, women's health, digestive conditions, enhance nutrition absorption and production, and other general health benefits. So I have tons of references in this course. I'm not reading them out loud. This is 144 Benefits of Probiotics 2023, and there's a link. So like it's I have the online version of my course, and it's in there. Other supplements to research: maca powder, matcha, collagen powder, protein powder, seaweed, and cacao. You know, it all depends on what you're looking for. So, like another thing that to like improve blood circulation would be, like, this is a fact I learned: tomatoes, you stew them for 30 minutes, and they're actually better for your body when you do that. So when you stew them for 30 minutes, it's releasing something in it that, like, when you eat it, it literally improves circulation and blood flow. Okay? So just learning about these different things can just really help you navigate your own body's health. You know, we think it's so easy. Oh, we see this little pyramid. All I have to do is eat this and this and that. They're not teaching nothing. They're not teaching people. Because it's a variety of foods that, you know, and then supplementation for whatever you're not getting. And, you know, sooner you realize that you can't trust other people to make your food, and you have to learn how to make your own, or you know how to pick food that's actually good. Like, I can't believe I used to buy my son Takis like literally every day. I'm so sorry. So I don't know about if there's a food that can cure type 1 diabetes. I don't know enough about that. But you could ask AI. Act like a medical professional. Act like a diabetes medical professional and help my client, my patient, understand how he can use food to improve his diabetes 1 experience. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's going to give you some good advice. And I mean, are they teaching you? No. I could, and I don't even want, I'm like, I could get a nutritional certificate, and I'm like, they're not even going to teach me. I don't even trust them. So, yeah. The information, do your research. The information provided is based on personal research by Ayla Love. There are a lot of people preaching about what is good and bad for the human body. The fact is that our bodies are just as diverse. What works for one person may not work for another. You can read The Science of Nutrition by Rhiannon Lambert or the like to get insightful view of nutrition and how the body processes foods to make your own conclusions. You could also hire a nutritionist or go to school for nutrition. You have one body. How you look and feel has everything to do with what you put in it. Mwah. So that is the end of the reading for today. So I didn't really look at a lot of the messages, so I'm going to go through them right now and see what's been said. Are you a doctor? Because my dad is too, and he told me all about this. Nice. Yes, some doctors do know, and they do care. I don't bash all doctors, but in general, just in America for sure, you know, it's just been, oh, you're sick, here's a pill. You know, it's not, hey, you're sick, what are you eating? Let's figure it out. Let's sit down and figure out how we can, you know, fix this instead of, here's a pill, okay? Because that just, I mean, you've seen the commercials. Hey, blah, 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 take this pill, and guess what? Well, you might have diarrhea, you might lose a leg, and you might die, but, you know, try it. Okay? I've been watching commercials like that my whole life. It makes me want to puke. All right. So I'm glad that your dad is teaching you, but see, that's the whole thing. I'm not saying he's not going to teach his patients. I don't know him. I'm just saying, in general, doctors don't. And of course, he's going to teach you, you're his daughter. And that's another part of this whole the matrix and elitism and whatever. It's like, there are people who have basic knowledge, but it's not the lower class, okay? It's not the poor people. We have to learn it all, because unless it was passed down from grandparents and parents, to their children, grandchildren, it's lost, or it was never even had, okay? The educational system started in late 1800s or 17, I don't know. It's like, we all know, it's basically, hey, let's teach you how to sit in a row, push a button, you know, I'm not saying that there aren't schools that like do actually help kids and find their passion and be creative and stuff, but we've seen it. They've taken money out of the creative aspects of of school, and it's a shit show. So, um, okay, I don't know if you need to quit that. You need to quit what? Oh. If you care about yourself, okay. Medical education heavily prioritized diagnosing and treating acute or chronic diseases over prevention, often dedicating less than 20 hours to nutrition and little to no formal education on physical. This is stuff we already known. I'm sure some of it is. And I will say, this is just basic, and like the meat of my course was in the first 5 weeks. This is week 6. And I really wanted to help people learn how to heal themselves. And so I healed myself mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And physically, I have been healing myself, but also wanted to learn on a deeper level. And I just, like, I see the younger kids, like my own children, like, I'm trying to get them to stop eating crap food, getting them to use the Yuka app, you know? And obviously, they're all adults now. So guess what? They'll listen to me if they want to. And they're coming around, and that's good. But there's so much that's like missing in education, etc. So this information is just providing. It's like when my father passed away, he took all the knowledge he learned with him. He didn't write a book. I wrote a book, and I have it on a website. And I'm about to make an AI bot to, like, so you can ask it questions. What would Ayla say? So my kids, like, forever could be like, oh my God, what would mom say? And then it's gonna, like, give them some loving educational advice. I read Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Right? Right? So, you know, I have a passion for future generations because I see what's going on in the world and it's not right. Thank you, Wallace. You could listen to me read the thesaurus. Want to pay me? Oh, Lord. So, anything you guys want to talk about? What are we talking? I don't know. He said read the thesaurus. What are we talking about? Anyway, we're talking about the physical aspect, the nutritional aspect of the human experience. Does anybody have anything they want to add? Like this, I really like this composition scale because it tells me my metabolic age is 49. And my muscle mass is 90%. My protein is 18.6. My visceral fat is a 3, which is excellent. My skeletal muscle is 45%. And my bone mass is 5.8 pounds. Fat-free mass is 95.8. So, fasting, someone actually mentioned fasting, and that's a whole thing you could learn about too. I just watch different documentaries and learn about different things, so I will tell you a little bit about fasting. Dr. Berg is a great educator. He's on YouTube, and he has supplements. So what he helped me understand about autophagy. Autophagy is when your cells are literally, like your good cells, are eating all the bad cells. Any cell that's like not good, the good cells are eating the bad cells. It's literally cleaning your body from the inside. That's called autophagy. How do you get to autophagy? Fasting. So they say it takes, I'm not even going to get into it deeply, but there's a time period where your body enters autophagy, and that's how you stay young. And like, I didn't even realize, because I used to fast all the time, which I didn't even mean to do. It was like, I was like depressed or sad, so like I wouldn't eat. I'm the opposite of where someone's like, I'm sad. I'm the opposite. I don't want to eat nothing. So I didn't fast by day 4. Nice. So I think it, because I ate every day, but I still like, I'm 54. I'm 54 years old. So something's working. Your BMI is 23. Let's see. I'm not an expert, but mine's 22.2. So that's not bad, but you have to think about how tall are you, what is your overall weight. Thank you. Yes. And it's a mindset too. So you're hilarious. I agree. And love, based on love, agape love. Oh, I don't want to say that. Thank you. Ooh, hello from Scotland. Nice. Thank you. So I'm Irish, Norwegian, but born in the United States. So we were talking about nutrition, supplementation, Anything you guys want to add? This is like a course for humanity, future generations, and all of us can help each other. Okay, you just asked a weird question. We're on a live. If you're asking a question, ask a question. Why do guys do that? Can I ask you a question? Did you just ask me a question? So obviously you can ask me a question. Because you just asked me a question. You have to be the smart one to go, is this appropriate for me to ask this question here and now? Right? I am not answering that. Let's talk about nutritional supplements or diets or anything you've personally learned about what your body needs. Share. Like, I'm sharing what I mean, I still eat caramel. Because I would say my diet is 95% whole, like 100% good, or 90% good, 95%. This is not a dating site. I'm talking about nutrition. If you would like to join in the conversation, or don't ask dumb questions. Good Lord. I'm actually creating a course for men to help you all learn how to like have emotional quotiency, emotional intelligence. Come on. It's going to be okay. It's not the place. And if someone could tell me how many people are in here, let me know. Thank you. So, I've already done the reading and the commentary, and there are links below in the description. You can take a free self-assessment. You can join the Exiting the Matrix Facebook group, and you can support my mission to spread knowledge and love and wisdom to others. And always remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share, not only in this on this platform, but with the people that you know. And if you have missed out on the first 5 weeks before this, that information is extremely powerful. Like, it's not things that are like taught naturally. Like, it's like all this information all over the place, but no one's actually teaching you how to heal yourself. And when I'm saying heal, I'm talking about your brain, your heart, okay, your spirit, to have coherency within yourself. And because, like, if you're in chronic stress, chronic stress becomes inflammation. Inflammation becomes disease. So how do you prevent disease? You don't allow yourself to be in chronic stress. How do you live a life without chronic stress? That's the question. It's not all bullshit, because I do not live with chronic stress, and if I ever have, I released myself. I removed myself from the people that were causing me stress. In fact, even stress I caused myself internally, I had to release it, because you sit in that static, your body cannot be calm. And when you're constantly can't even sit still internally, can't even quiet the mind, it's all static. So being calm, being stress-free, right? Even you can learn how to do this even being around stressful people, learning how to be coherent. And so that's nervous system regulation. There's a lot that goes into it. Emotional control, it's a combination of what you think about and how you allow it to trigger your emotions, but also your emotions can trigger your thoughts. So where in the vicious cycle are you? And last week we talked about emotional regulation. It takes 90 seconds for an emotion to, like once you have an emotion, if you just sit with it for 90 seconds and breathe through it, not allowing your brain to compound the problem. Okay, I mean, sometimes you have to feel your feelings that deeply in a moment. I'm saying when you're trying to heal, when you're trying to understand why you're triggered and you don't like it, so it's I'm a living example, okay? So I mean, I'm offering this course for free. And why should you believe me? Well, I wrote my autobiography. I raised 5 children. I've been married and divorced 3 times. I was cheated on by my first husband. My second husband was a narcissistic Jehovah's Witness who told me to call him Lord. And then my third husband put his hands on me. Meanwhile, I'm raising 5 children. And then I had a stillborn. And the doctor said that, oh, you're going to have to come back in a week to get, it's a traumatic story. But it killed me inside. And I was raised Jehovah's Witness. I left that religion. This is my story of me before I healed myself. This was actually the cusp, this was 2015. So it's been 10 years since I started this, going through your whole life, because I explain all of this. People, shit is happening, they're not dealing with it, they go to work, they don't have time, they got kids, they're having fun, they just want to enjoy life, but all of that trauma stays in your body. It's literally in your fascia, and that's why you're stiff. And so right now, yeah, I'm reading this because I tried to sell my course, and I'm not the greatest marketer, but I did create it into a rehabilitation program for inmates too. And that's part of my own journey of where I'm at in this, is like, oh, I thought this would make me some money. Oh, it hasn't. Okay, well, this I made because it's important. This is my purpose, to raise the vibration on this planet. And the way that I want to do that is by being me, but also sharing the knowledge that I've gained through my own healing and trauma. And this is a book I wrote when I was getting my bachelor degree in psychology, and this is actually connected with this. And so the course, I mean, I created that for humanity, literally. Like, it is knowledge that everyone should know how to heal yourself. Really. That doesn't mean that I'm never going to have anything ever bad happen to me again, or that I might get stuck sometimes. But the length of time that I'm going to get stuck, and the depth of despair that I'm going to reach, I will never have major depression again, ever again. Ever. It has no control over me because I understand how it's all working in here. And once you process and dissipate all of the negative trauma that's been stored in your body for your whole life, you're free. I'm free. I have a clean slate. What do I want to do now? I can tell you what I won't do is waste my time with people who want to hurt me or take away from me. So, and what I will do is help people to the best of my ability. And, you know, I'm the kind of person that I'm on Facebook, like watch facebook.com/Ayla's Love. That's my Facebook page. I'm sharing love all the time. And I share it on my Exiting the Matrix Facebook group. That's where I'm on there every day. So I'm sharing things, and my feed is full of good things. So this guy, like the guys that are like finding homeless people who need help, okay, and they like bottom a house, you know, it's compassion driven. I care about humanity. I care about what's going on. And I believe that we can do better as a human species. I smoke pot too. But I am not high right now. Get me some fruits and vegetables. I have been sharing, this is week 6. So there's so much that I've shared. And honestly, could use a little support, because I've shared, and I'm still sitting here like, trying to figure out marketing, and I'm actually a dancer, not the type. I'm a dancer. I love to dance, so exhilarating. My website is Ayla Love, Ayla-Love.com, and there's a EKG. That's my electronic media kit. I sing and dance, and so yeah, if I can get paid to sing and dance, I will. That's what I am actually focusing on right now, because my course isn't selling, and even though there's so many people that are struggling, and I feel like I could help anybody, and so I wait. I don't know. I can't tell you everything in that we've talked about in 5 weeks. I would encourage you to go to the beginning. Starts out with mental, emotional, spiritual, the matrix, socialization, and yeah, there's a lot of information. So this week is all about the physical core dimension of your existence and like things that are important. So, on my website, you can buy me a coffee. That would be helpful. And what else do you guys want to talk about in regards to nutrition and supplementations? Could you guys give me a heart to let me know you're here so I can see your heart and get some interaction in the algorithm? Thank you. I am giving freely. I'm I'm asking for support because this is what I want to do, and I want, yes, I still have to pay bills, so, you know, it's that simple. I've been applying for jobs and nobody's hiring. So, you don't have to. I'm giving freely, not requiring any payment for this, for my time, for reading, for even my online course. So, yeah, my goal is to help humanity. My time is valuable, so I'm giving my time for free right now. Yeah, I tried to find remote jobs too, and no one is calling me. And so, you're welcome. Are you, is anyone interested? What do you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, like regarding the physical health of the human body. That's what this week is. Well, I have thought of doing that. I'm not a professional dancer. Um, I'm an Aquarius. Okay, so I got all kinds of great ideas. Nothing's working out. Why this matrix bullshit? uh, well, I called it exiting the matrix because people live in bubbles. So if you want to get out of the bubble and actually see what's really happening in the world and actually learn how to take care of your health, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, relational, behavioral, financial, and legal, right? That's why I'm doing this. I mean, we only have so much time, and like, there's a inventory that goes along with this. So there's a link in there in the description for a self-assessment. Okay, you do the self-assessment. I've been doing it. I created it. I started doing it in 2009, and by 2017, I'm like, or 19, I'm like, look at all I did. Like, it's an effective tool to help you reach your goals. Okay, so I didn't even realize what I like. It was like, so right now, when I rate myself, because it's a rating, it's like, today, how do you see yourself? So simple. How do you see yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 in 10 core areas of life? And so here's my ratings. Pretty much. In fact, I probably have one in here that I already did. Because this is my notebook for the past month. I am a lifelong learner. I study. I do research. Okay, it's not in here. So I'll just say there's 10 categories. Personal, how I feel about myself. 10. I love myself. I am compassionate. I forgive myself. I'm a good person. I forgive my past. Spiritual, 9 out of 10. So 10 is ideal. 10 is the ideal. 9 in spiritual. Mental, 9, always something. Emotional, 10, good. I'm in control. I know what's going on. I manage coherence, nervous system regulation. So, physical, I would say 6, 7. I literally lost 13 pounds in the past month, not on purpose. It's physical, and then the next one after this week will be relational. No, it's sexual. 10. I'm good. Relational is probably 5, just because I haven't met my partner yet for life. My ride or die, let's see, and then behavioral, 9. Financial, 1. Legal, 10. So those are my numbers. Does that make any sense to you? So when I'm saying that, I'm saying from 1 to 10, those are my numbers. So like 10 is my ideal self. My ideal self would be the 10, right? So in each category, I'm saying like for like legal, I have no legal issues, 0. So it's a 10. I'm already at my ideal. Nothing to improve. Just maintain. Okay, the next one, or let's see. Behavioral, 9. Yes. It's being completely honest with myself. It helps you learn about yourself. It helps you know what you want to, like, what you want to work on. So yeah, I've been doing it since, because that's not the first part of this assessment. The second part is prioritizing them in order of importance, and then writing a goal, So I actually have the self-assessment in the description that you can take online right now. And it's a beta. Like, it just, like, there's the second page, and the priority page needs to get fixed. But anyway, the point is, I'm getting tired. I've been on this live for an hour and a half now. I'm sitting on my bed. Oh. With a pillow. Yes, it's miss.ayla.love. So I think I'm going to close this out now. Next week, or no, tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about obesity is a global pandemic and water and your health. So I welcome you to come back tomorrow at 7 o'clock to go through the rest of the course that's already been put on here. I did change some of the links from last week to this week. There are more links in the last 5 weeks in the description, but I'm trying to simplify. So check out the self-assessment and join the Facebook group, and support my mission if you are so called. Much love. Namaste. Shinji Dua. That's Hmong. Much love. Sending love to the whole world. We need to love each other. It's the answer. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow.